Dear listeners, I welcome you to my channel. Leave your comments and impressions, I value your opinion. The evening breeze is cool against my skin as I step into the dimly lit backyard. The soft glow of the patio lights casting long shadows across the lawn. It's supposed to be a casual get-together, a simple Friday night with friends, but the air is thick with secrets, the kind that change everything. As I round the corner, the tinkle of laughter floats towards me. They don't see me, they don't know I'm here. My feet carry me closer, silent on the soft grass. I'm not usually one to eavesdrop, but there's a lilt in her voice tonight that catches my attention, a joy that I haven't heard in a long time. It makes me pause. It makes me listen. Yes, that night with him was incredible, she gushes, her words slicing through the calm like a cold, sharp blade. My breath catches in my throat, her voice, the laughter stops. There's a hush, a collective intake of breath from her circle of friends. I have a good marriage, but my husband, he doesn't measure up to that young stud. A chill runs down my spine. It's one thing to suspect, another to know. To hear her brazen confession, the sheer audacity of it, it's more than just hurtful. It's a betrayal of everything we've built together. My heart races, fury mounting within me, but I press my back against the cool brick wall, forcing myself to remain calm, to think clearly. The conversation drifts into giggles and murmurs of scandalous approval. I stand frozen, the darkness a cloak around my shaking shoulders. How long has this been going on? How could I have been so blind? As they continue to laugh and sip their wine, a plan begins to form in my mind. It's raw, unrefined, driven by the adrenaline coursing through my veins. But it's a start. If she thinks she can humiliate me, thinks she can destroy our life with her careless whispers, she is profoundly mistaken. I move away as quietly as I had approached, my mind racing. Revenge is a dish best served cold, they say. Well, I'll make sure hers is frozen. Back inside, I plaster a smile on my face, greeting her with a kiss as she comes in from the patio, her cheeks flushed with excitement. Or is it guilt? She doesn't know that I know. She doesn't see the storm brewing behind my calm exterior. As the night wears on, I play the part of the doting wife, all the while plotting, planning. Every smile, every touch is calculated, a step towards her undoing. She thinks she's won, thinks she's got it all figured out. But she's in for a shock. Because by the time I'm done with her, she'll wish she had never spoken those words. She'll wish she had never crossed me. And as I lay in bed that night, her breathing soft and even beside me, I know one thing for sure. She is in ruins already, she just doesn't know it yet. Saturday dawns bright and clear, a mocking contrast to the storm raging in my heart. I'm up early, the remnants of last night's revelations fueling a restless energy that I channel into action. As I sit at the kitchen table sipping my coffee, I hear the front door click shut. She's off to her yoga class, no doubt feeling liberated after her confession. Once she's out, my first move is to phone my best friend, Liz, who's always had an uncanny ability to read situations with a clarity I envy. I dial her number, my fingers trembling slightly. Liz, can we meet? It's urgent. Of course, what's up? She answers, concern lacing her tone. It's about Jenna, I say, and that's all it takes. 45 minutes later, we're sitting across from each other in a corner of our favorite cafe. A quaint little place where the pastries are too tempting to ignore. But today, the sweets lay forgotten as I recount last night's overheard conversation. Liz's eyes harden with each word. This is unbelievable, Maura. What are you planning to do? I lean in, lowering my voice. I want revenge, Liz. Not just any kind, something that will crush her. Liz nods, her mind ticking over. I know someone who could help. My cousin Rick. He's good with delicate situations. Should I call him? Yes, please do, I reply, a surge of hope rising amidst the chaos. Within the hour, Rick joins us. He's a broad-shouldered man with a sharp gaze that seems to miss nothing. After introductions and a brief recap of my situation, he leans back, assessing. We need something solid to hit her with. Something personal, something devastating. Do you have any ideas? Rick asks, his voice low and even. I think for a moment, then it hits me. She's been working on a big project at work, something that could make or break her career. What if we find a way to sabotage that? Rick's eyebrows shoot up, impressed. That's a start. Any idea how we could do that? I nod, feeling a plan begin to take shape. She's always careless with her laptop at home. Maybe we could find something there. Emails, documents, anything incriminating. Good. I can handle that part, Rick says, pulling out a small, sleek device from his jacket. This is a USB keylogger. Plug it into her laptop. It'll record everything she types. After laying out the rest of our strategy, we part ways, a mix of anticipation and dread swirling within me. I return home before Jenna does, the keylogger burning a hole in my purse. When she arrives, I greet her with a forced smile, biding my time until she showers. The moment she steps into the bathroom, I slip into our home office. My hands are steady as I plug the device into her laptop, a silent invader in our domestic space. As I retreat, the device hidden in plain sight, a cold satisfaction settles over me. Now, it's a waiting game. But as I sit down to dinner across from Jenna that evening, watching her talk and laugh, oblivious to the coming storm, I can't help but feel a twinge of something unexpected: regret. No, it's too late for regrets. I remind myself of her betrayal, and the twinge is quickly smothered by a renewed resolve. I hope you enjoyed your class this morning, I say, my voice light, hiding the ice within. Oh, it was fantastic. Jenna beams, unaware of how deep she's already sunk. Yes, she is in ruins already, and soon she'll know it too. It's Sunday evening when my phone buzzes with a message from Rick. I'm alone in the living room, Jenna having to excuse herself to catch up on some work upstairs. Likely the project she's so passionate about. My fingers tremble with anticipation as I unlock my phone. Got something. Meet tomorrow? Rick's message is short, but it's enough to send a wave of exhilaration through me. Where and when? I reply immediately. Coffee shop on 5th, 8 a.m. I confirm with a quick nod, even though he can't see me. Sleep is elusive that night, my mind buzzing with possibilities. The next morning, I'm at the coffee shop before anyone else, the early hours drawing a quiet crowd. Rick arrives shortly, his face grim. As he sits, he slides his laptop across the table towards me. Look at this, he says, his voice a low growl. The screen shows emails between Jenna and a man named Tom, discussing their project in coded messages that thinly veil their affair. But it's the attachments that catch my eye. A series of files that detail a fraudulent scheme to skim money off the top of their project budget. This is huge, Rick. This could not only ruin her career but land her in serious legal trouble, I whisper, feeling a mix of triumph and horror. Rick nods. Exactly. What's your play? I pause, the weight of the situation pressing down on me. I need time to think. Can you keep this safe? Of course, he assures me, locking his laptop. The day passes in a blur, my thoughts consumed by the gravity of what I hold over Jenna. By the time I return home, I find Jenna waiting, her expression anxious. Mara, we need to talk, she starts, but I cut her off. Not now, Jenna. I'm exhausted, I say, brushing past her and heading straight to our bedroom, locking the door behind me. Lying in bed, I grapple with the implications of my next actions. This isn't just about revenge anymore, it's about justice, or so I tell myself. But deep down, the line between the two blurs. The following day, I call Liz and ask her to meet me in the park. As I wait, pacing under the autumn trees, the fallen leaves crunching underfoot, I feel the weight of the secret I carry. When Liz arrives, she can tell something is wrong. What's it, Mara? You look like you've seen a ghost. I hand her a USB drive. Everything is there, proof of Jenna's affair and her fraud. Liz's eyes widen as she pockets the USB. What are you going to do? I don't know yet. But I want to be ready for whatever I decide. We walk in silence for a few minutes, the crisp air balm to my chaotic thoughts. Mara, be careful, Liz finally says. Revenge can change you, make you something you're not. I nod, the warning taking root, but as we part ways, the resolve hardens once again. Jenna made her choice, and soon she'll face the consequences. As I approach our home, I see Jenna through the window, her face alight with laughter on a video call. A pang of something akin to sorrow flits through my chest. It's quickly smothered by the burning need for retribution. Tonight, I decide. Tonight, I'll choose her fate. Tuesday arrives with a storm brewing, mirroring the turmoil within me. Today I decide will be the day I confront Jenna. The evidence on the USB drive feels heavy in my pocket as I sit in our shared home office, waiting for her to return from work. My hands tremble slightly, not from fear, but from the certainty of what must be done. The door opens, and Jenna walks in, her face etched with the stress of the day. She stops short when she sees me, her eyes narrowing slightly. Mora, what's going on? Why are you sitting in the dark? I stand, my resolve stealing me. We need to talk, Jenna. She sighs, dropping her bag, and sitting opposite me. Okay, talk. I take a deep breath, the weight of my next words pressing down on me. I know about Tom and the project. Jenna blinks, her composure slipping. What are you talking about? The affair, Jenna. The fraud. It's all here. I brandish the USB drive, watching her face crumble. For a moment, there's silence, heavy and thick. Then she starts to laugh, a soft, unbelieving chuckle. You got it all wrong, Nora. Let me explain. Explain? How can you possibly explain this away? I demand, my voice rising with my anger. Jenna leans forward, her eyes pleading. It's not what you think. Tom and I, we were under investigation by our company. They suspected embezzlement, but it wasn't us. We were gathering evidence against the real culprits. It's all been a setup to clear our names. Stunned, I falter. But the affair? She shakes her head. No affair, Mira. Tom's married happily. He's been helping me gather evidence. The late nights, the messages, they were all part of the investigation. My heart sinks. And the night you bragged about him? Jenna laughs again, softer this time. I was talking about a scene from a show we watched together, teasing the girls. It was just a joke. Oh, Maura, how could you think? Shame washes over me. I've let jealousy and fear blind me, driving me to the brink of ruining the woman I love over misconceptions. I'm so sorry, Jenna. I didn't know. Her hand finds mine, her grip tight. We should have communicated better. I should have shared more. We sit in silence, the gap between us filled with regrets and misunderstandings. Finally, I speak. What do we do now? Jenna squeezes my hand. Let's start over. Honestly, openly. No secrets, no revenge. As we embrace, a weight lifts off my shoulders, the storm outside echoing the clearing skies within my heart. Weeks later, as Jenna and I rebuild our trust, a new truth emerges in our conversations. We talk late into the night, rediscovering each other, setting the foundation for a future reshaped by hard lessons learned. When Jenna's company publicly clears her and Tom, citing their role in exposing a significant financial scandal, my relief is profound, tinged with residual guilt over my hasty judgments. At a dinner celebrating the resolution, Jenna raises her glass to me. To us, to new beginnings, and to trust. May we always find the truth before we act. I return her toast, my heart full. To us, I echo, grateful for the second chance, determined never to let shadows cloud our path again. As we clink glasses, I realize that the real intrigue was never about deceit or betrayal, but about understanding, forgiveness, and the enduring power of love. The storm had passed, and in its wake, left us stronger, closer, and more in love than ever before.